Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to be a happy therapist. If you are new here, my name is Allyssa Powers and I created this YouTube channel to teach you the things that grad school didn't so you can thrive as a mental health professional. Now, I was inspired to make this video because there have been a lot of Reddit threads recently about people either proclaiming how much they absolutely love the field and love their job and feel so fulfilled by it, or that they are so incredibly burnt out, they hate their job as a therapist and they wish they would have done something different. Now, I've been thinking a lot about this because at the phase of life that I'm in, I am working very part-time. So I know that my workflow and work schedule is not very rigorous. But what I do also know is that I am basically a full-time mom, and all of the research shows that to have happy kids, it depends on maternal mental health. So a happy mom equals happy children. And in America, it is very hard as a mother to take care of yourself, to prioritize yourself. We are not a communal society, so it really comes, a lot of things fall on the mom, but that's not what this video is about. It just inspired me because I think happy therapists make happy clients and well-served clients. And if you are miserable and burnt out at your job, you are not going to do a good job. Think about teachers, for instance. Think about your favorite teacher growing up. I guarantee you that teacher was probably really passionate about what they were doing and it shined through, and that's why you liked them and connected to them. And the teachers that are really burnt out are doing the bare minimum. They are grumpy, grouchy, they don't want to be there, and your energy just doesn't lie. So I did some sleuthing on Reddit because this is where I feel connected to the field still, because yes, I talk to you guys in my comments, but Reddit is just such a wonderful wealth of knowledge. If you're curious, it's just called Therapists and it is an open group. So you can have access to it without proving that you are a therapist, but you are supposed to be a therapist to comment. And I'm really more of a lurker. I don't really post on there, but I like to see what people are talking about because right now I work for myself. I am the only person in my practice. I don't work very much. So outside of my networking group that I have, which I barely get to go to because I usually have the baby, it's kind of my view into the therapy world as it stands right now. And I wanted to do a little bit of research and see what the difference was between the therapists that were saying they were really fulfilled and happy and the therapists that were super angry and burnt out. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, the number one thing I saw referenced in happy therapists was that they were in private practice. Yes, I know that might give you a sinking feeling because maybe you're a new grad and you feel like you're not ready for that, or maybe you want to do some community mental health work before you get into private practice. But can I just say, in my own experience, this has been true as well. I have only ever been in private practice. I knew right out of grad school that I was not willing to work at a mental health agency because I needed to get paid more than they were willing to pay. And also, I just really wanted to be my own boss someday, have control over things, run a business. That was all extremely appealing to me. So the things people said that they liked about private practice were that they got to choose their schedule, they got to choose how much they're charging, they got to choose which clients they're working with, how they market themselves. Basically, it comes down to being able to be paid fairly and also be able to have autonomy, because freedom is huge. Money is also a huge defining factor in your quality of life. It's just true. The research shows that after $75,000 a year, that there's not a huge increase in life satisfaction and happiness, but everything under that, there really is. And that number will probably change because our cost of living has increased so much in the past couple of years. But you need to be able to make a more than living wage as a master's level therapist. It's just crazy to me that that still needs to be said, because why did we get our master's degrees if we are going to be impoverished and barely be able to get by? So that is the number one secret. Other things that I saw often talked about were working also outside of agencies. So a lot of people that said they were really happy worked in school districts or worked at universities, which also would not technically be agency jobs. Sometimes they are when you're in the schools, but even then, unless it's a massively huge school, you're probably just the only therapist and you still have a ton of autonomy. So I think that freedom is so important. And then other things that come to mind that I saw referenced and can also say resonate with me, working with clients that you're passionate about is a huge game changer. If I had a caseload full of couples, for instance, I would be absolutely miserable. I don't like working with couples. It's not fun for me. But someone else who loves working with couples or doing family therapy, that might be their absolute jam, and they would love to have a whole caseload full of self-pay couples. So knowing who your ideal client is and marketing to them and getting them in the door is also very important for therapist happiness. And the last thing I will say that I saw mentioned quite a bit was just community. So enjoying the people that you work with. I always tell clients when we're talking about kind of career changes and stuff, you need to either love the work that you do, get paid really, really well, or enjoy your coworkers and community. If you don't have at least one of those things, you're going to be miserable. So another huge thing is, as therapists, we are very, very people focused. Working with people that you love and enjoy, whether that's a supervisor, coworkers, people, admin people that work at your office, that can be huge, because if, you're getting your master's degree, thinking about it, or you already have, you're obviously an adult, you know how hard it is as an adult to make new friends. It can be so hard. So I know this is kind of ironic coming from someone who just told you at the beginning of this video that Reddit is how I feel connected to a community. But hey, this is the season of life that I'm in. In the future, I would love to have an in-person office space with other therapists, kind of like a co-working kind of office where we all have a communal area and we also have our separate offices. I would love to attend my networking group even more. I would love to make more connections with the therapists that I already know, but motherhood is my priority right now, and it's so short that my kid and future children are going to be very young and be so incredibly needy and all of that. So I hope that this video inspired you a little bit. I would love to know in the comments, what do you think about this? Are there other trends that you see that make or break therapist happiness? I really think that private practice will be an undisputed, resounding comment that people leave, because it just seems to be so true. I know this video was a little more casual than a lot of my videos, but I was just inspired, spur of the moment, that I would talk about this, because I'm actually hugely into happiness research, positive psychology. That's just like a little side passion of mine. I love to read research about what makes people happy and improves well-being, and apply it to my own life and share it with other people. So if you like this kind of content, I would love it if you would subscribe, and I make videos every Monday, so you can look out for those. I will see you next time. Bye.